Vamapuranga vanyora tsamba yarwadza emasodamutso Mnangagwa nezvigananda. Tikuti makadai mose matumana enyika yeZimbabwe kusangana zvekare pano pachivhitivhiti chenyu patinokupa nyaya dzinenge dzichiitika munyika yeZimbabwe. Vamapuranga General Sigauke Mapuranga vauya pano vachitaura vakati emasodamutso Mnangagwa akapuwa zvese, akapuwa everything na Chiwenga, but Chiwenga akareceive nothing pazviri. Zviri kunzi Chiwenga is the most consequential man in a modern Zimbabwe history. Izvo zvinozikanwa nevanhu. Chiwenga vanhu vese vamuri kuona nhasi anatagurei vese vamuri kuona zvigananda zvese vari kuzozviti vamabhillionaire. Vakawana mari through sacrifice yaVice President Constantino Chiwenga kana iri ZANU-PF ekutaura mashoko andiri kutaura. Zvese zvamuri kuona zviri kuitika, kufadaya kwese kuri kuitika, kufarisa kwese kuri kuitika, kupenga kwese kuri kuitika, Cape 3 yese yamuri kuona, zvese izvi Chiwenga ndiye akasacrifice life yake kuti vanhu vese vafadaye zvavari kuita. Right, tabva ipapo tiri kuona kuti vanhu vese vari muZANU-PF vese vakawanda vamuri kuona vese izvozvi zvaripo vari kutera nzira yeEmmasodamutso Mnangagwa vachizama kutaura kuti Chiwenga haana basa panyaya yaakaita 2017. But tiri papo musati kote wrong. Handisi kusapota Chiwenga, handisi kusapota ZANU-PF. Yandiri kusapota vanhu vari kutaura kuti ZANU-PF ngaibve yese. Ini yandiri kutaura inyaya yataurwa naMapuranga. Ngazoti ndichitaura izvo. Inini handisi weZANU-PF. Right. Vadaro da kuti ndikuonese mukana uchazotorwa neopposition side patichazopinda isusu tichibvisa hurumende yeudzvanyiriri. Vadaro izvozvi tiri kuona kuti kembe yaChiwenga iri kuopoza. Tiri kuona kuti ED ari kuona sekunge paapa vanhu vese mari atohwina Cape 3. But Cape 3 ine opposition side ine vanhu vari kuopoza vari muZANU-PF imomo, asi vari kutya kubudikira nekuda kwekutya kufa. Vanhu vari kuopoza Cape 3 izvozvi ndiSanyatwe naChiwenga neGeza Revolution. Opposition varipo zvavo but havana mukurumbira, hatisi kunzwa kuopoza kwavo. So nyaya iripo apa ndeyekuti timu Chiwenga netimu Garwe panogona kuita shaisano kuti wewe haupinde pachigaro, vamwe voti ai wewe tikutokubvisa. Saka opposition inogona kuwana mukana ipapo. But tiri ipapo zvekare, nyaya iripo ndeyekuti timu Chiwenga izvozvi ndiyo timu iri kutozohwina. ED angape mari magenerals anageneral Montana opa muchinguri vese vari kubenefita mazviri, vari kuhora mari dzinogona kuita ma250 every month. Vari kurana matracts anaziyambi, vari kuita maplans akasiyana-siyana kuda kuzama kutsigirira nyika yeZimbabwe. Ende chimwe chinhu chinorwadza panyaya iyi yandiri kutaura nezvayo iri kutaura naGeneral Mapuranga ndeyekuti vanhu vese ava hapana akavhoterwa. Ziyambi haana paakatombohwina, hapana vanhu anotomuda. ED wacho haana kana paakambohwina. 2018 achipinda akapinda vhaya masoja ndo akampinza. 2018 first election yaakarana muZimbabwe akarohwa naNelson Chamisa kuseri nekuseri, vakariga kuKG6 uko variko masoja anotozikanwa nemazita, vakaenda vakanoriga. 2023 akariga futi. Izvo zvakutaura kuti ada 30 term asina kana munhu akamuvhotera, vari ndo vakampinza mauto eZimbabwe. Ipapo ndo patinokonana manje nemauto ipapo kuti I don't think kuti vanhu ava defense forces kana kuti ivo vanofunga kuti inhingirikini security yeZANU-PF, maybe ndo zvavanofunga tizive. But nyaya yekuda kuti ivo vanotora ZANU-PF vachiisa pamwoyo vachitaura kuti hapana munhu akaenda kuhondo anozopinda ko. Vese vakaenda kuhondo vacho zvavakafa kubva 2017 vese vari kufa, madhara ese ari kuurayiwa. Vari kudi kuacta pese apa, vari kufa nevanhu ava mauto aya madhara. So mune Zimbabwe hatako kwakanda kwatinoenda. Vamapuranga vanyora nyaya yavo vachitaura nyaya iya ED kuti akapuwa zvose, hapana chasina kupuwa, but iye haana chaakadzosera, ari kutodzosera kuda kuuraya umwe wake. So ndovamira zvakaita zvinhu zvamira zvakanaka. Ndinokutenda nekutera kwenyikuru kwaunoita pano pachivhitivhiti. panenge chikupa inyaya nemalatest updates. Chakusiyai makatira kubva kumakomeredzi edu pano.
Muna uyu wedu wekuZimbabwe uyu wemavhidhiyo akasingaperi Rutendo.
Iwo uri crush yangu iwe, usataure zina nebasa iwe, uri crush yangu iwe.
Apere simba uyu, constant analyze. Yeah, inini I'm also son of Kenzi. Yes, definitely a line of thought. I heard you, Rutendo, referencing ONCAP's write-ups recently. Very good conversation starters about forecasting where we could be heading with different choices that we can make today. There's one consistent choice that keeps being given to people, this Messiah choice, where there's already this, these days we are calling him Ezekiel. Wow, wonderful. We move very fast in politics a day. He's now Ezekiel, the founder of the Zikananda Association, name calling, and all of that. I'm sure when you were reading on Caps one, and it's very consistent. Number one, what is happening in Zimbabwe is not unique, which is a privilege because you can now track what others did when this thing happened to them. And we've got many places to see where this happened across Africa. And the problem is when ZANU-PF does something, we think it's unique, and it's unique to us, it's peculiar. It will only produce for us a thing that has never been seen before. And yet everything they're doing is a copycat to the T. What has happened next door, Zambia, I mean, about 20 something countries have done this. The only difference that is happening is the bundling of many things into one. Other countries took about 12 years to compile what is in Bill Constitutional Amendment number 3, but they accomplished it. And for some of us, we've been saying this strategy is almost always successful. And the only thing that stops it is citizens themselves doing a resistance themselves. But other countries have done other methods. And now we have the opportunity to view what those outcomes are. We don't have to go to Enganga. We don't have to sit nemapostor. We don't have to sit and bother God to ask what could be. We can just see exactly what happened in other countries. Number one, there's not a single country anywhere in the world, that has ever had a military do this and pass back power to civilians. It has never happened. In Sudan, where you were reading, Rutendo, they had a massive civil movement, went packed themselves outside the military till the military's head turned towards them and went and disposed of their government. They thought they had a negotiation. They had leaders amongst them. It happened exactly like 2017. Soon as they get into power, sorry, thanks. The reason you went to them, you knew they had a force that would go against another force, and they can use that force back at you. In other countries, everywhere where they've chosen to use military people to do this, it is peppered like 2017, this whole marriage of convenience. And yes, the military always needs you to sanitize these things. You're good. Now you're galvanizing yourselves. Yes, this cheerleading, this constant making. Yeah, you're creating an avenue where there's a soft landing for them to do that. A military is a military. That is what it does. And yes, you go. None. It has never happened in the world where you will, at the end, have a negotiation. In the next few years will just be one by one, whoever it represented you will be moved out and they'll be fighting their own battles of maintaining that power. That is a fact. It's a fact. Did those countries improve? Absolutely not. They didn't. Some got worse. Sudan was worse. Now, you know what it's like now. Why do they get bad? That whole galvanizing ourselves, saying because they have factions, those factions continue to live. They don't die. Just right now, G40 is not dead. It exists, maybe some of it outside Zimbabwe, some of it in Zimbabwe. It's not dead. Then there is this new team. So the more they keep breaking up and then you replace, the other group goes out, reforms itself. It may suffer defeat for a while, but it continues to form itself. Now there will be multiple groups. The one that comes in has many other factions to fight to maintain that power whilst they're in. That's eventually when countries become ungovernable, uncontrollable, and have to pronounce themselves as military states. They start off with these marriages of convenience, peppering of democracy, and hold the elections, and eventually they must protect themselves because they went in with a coup. That's why we call 2017 a coup that was not a coup. Freudian sleep that constantly reminds you as a people that whatever you may want to call it, in the end, what you did was a coup. And yesterday you were saying, Uncle Jet, what does a coup beget?
Another.
A coup. Many types of coups. The ones that Zimbabweans have started to love are palace coups. And go read what happens every time there's a palace coup in any country. Choose any. Just AI is now at your fingertips. So we don't need to be Mapostor. And this convenience that we always do, cleaning up characters for these marriages of conveniences. And son of thing is reminding you, we are talking about Ramaphosa now and saying, why is he having these dealings with Zimbabwean presidents, gallivanting all over? Because he's a crook himself. He has got interests to protect. He's got loot that he must maintain. And what has the general got? Same thing, same background. How do you know that he has changed? Have you seen him shedding himself from this loot, pumping it back into the community to capacitate you? If he was really now your Ezekiel, does any community exist in Zimbabwe right now that has been capacitated, conscientize you, feed you with evidence, information? Is our journalism looking like it's got substance? That is what, if he was real, that is what it would start to do. He would disassociate with ZANU as well at some point. If it's true, he cannot be your savior and constantly want to maintain the institution that produces genocides, the institution that produces oligarchies, institutions that monopolize, and still want to be in it, where it has relatively worked, but there's no freedom still in that country, just relatively worked. Romania. But they had to leave the party and let it die. That particular party, let it die. He's not doing that. And there's a reason, because it's cold outside. Very cold. All those other people you left in that other party, the ones that you, when you were in that party, were shungurutzaring, can reform against you. How do you maintain that power? You would have to take back the tools the previous government was doing. Commandeer the courts, commandeer the judiciary, commandeer the military, commandeer the people, silence this, repress that. You'll be forever doing that. But it's because we like marriages of convenience. And truth tellers cannot tell us that, because they know we are not trying to be ready to free ourselves. This is not freedom.
So what's the
We have
solution, Marcy?
just become familiar
So
with
what's the
palace
solution?
coups.
So what's the solution?
What should be happening, Rutendo, if you were really real? You're a person who likes to teach. Let's get into the business of conscientizing ourselves, empowering ourselves, tooling ourselves with knowledge, with skills, with expertise, with strategies, and do this thing for real. For real, real. Just like they did when they formed ZANU PF, just like they did when they formed ZANU. What is this inconvenience, this microwave freedom that we like? Why can't we do that? We can speak their propaganda, we can speak their narratives, why are we wasting that time? Why can't we just roll up our sleeves? Those who must teach must teach. Those who must skill up must skill up. Those who must strategize must strategize. Those who must create the ideologies that improve our self-esteem, because we have a very low self-esteem. You can tell we are doing exactly what you say you hate about Zimbabwean women right now. Convenience. Let me marry an older man. Let me just go to a bar and maybe meet Rutend with a nice car. Kuti ndirarame chete. Is that sustainable? When Uncle Jed then asks, are we going to be in this struggle of replacing, constantly looking for how long? So let's not paint over frogs just because we are desperate. You know what the general has been doing in the meantime. He has not stopped increasing wealth. And you know for a fact, he has not given up one single thing from what he has looted to capacitate even the smallest community in Zimbabwe. Not the smallest, not a single group of Zimbabwean. You yourself have not received a penny to buy yourself books to come here and teach us. Why can't he do that if he's really for the struggle? Can he not see you trying to teach? Does he not know what it needs? He has led a military. He's a person who knows drill is important. What you were saying, let's make sharing be a drill we do every day. Just like we brush our teeth. General knows that. He knows that. Who is he capacitating to drill the Zimbabwean citizen? Nobody. You have not a single thing right now. The up and down tracks, the making the videos that you need to do to make yourself relatable. But when he was doing a coup in 2017, he capacitated a military touch group, Yana Japraiser. Where are the groups right now that he's capacitating? Where is the music? Where are the artists? But you know he's sitting on billions. He could sell one watch in his house and would wake up with people who can flood this if he was really wanting to capacitate the citizens. He doesn't. That is not what he is about. Guys, we must read other countries and see where it worked. At least choose one, a strategy from one where, at least where we soft land when we remove him. What strategy worked for those people? None of the countries that chose to go pick up people with military training and depend on them, they never enjoyed even a day. A day. That person is busy from day one. Mnangagwa kept this country 3 years in a military on the street. That wasn't a joke. He understood the many groups that were after him and his group that had won. To today, this is not new, the faction that is happening. It's just one that has strategized better than the rest of the other groups that have been plotting to take him out. So you only see two prominent groups that are fighting here. You don't know over the 46 years how many groups. You're only seeing the ones that have a strategy at that era. But when you are the next one incumbent, you are dealing with all of those to try and feign them off. Nangagwa is not dealing with one group here, general, that is trying to get them off. The other groups are also waiting for general's plan to fail and copying his to make theirs better. So if you read on GAPS one, I hope you read the analysis of what happens, choices that people make, citizens' place whenever we do these transitions of power. Military is never the option. They were even better, the other ones that put in their stupid little group of politicians, for a while, semblance of democracy, and then the citizens pick up and whatever, slow pace economic growth, but they reduce the repression, oppression, some other things. But it's because nobody wants to give Zimbabwean the chance to do. We're always being sold. This one will do it. But I'll end. The son of Kent, you will be the bravest man to come here and stop this narrative of trying to paint over the general. He's one of the biggest oligarchs in Zimbabwe. Some of the partnerships that he has been making around the world are some of the most dangerous ones as well. You're not talking about that. Where he's